Hello again, everyone. What I'm looking to do on this occasion is a soundbite version of that marathon 81-minute deep dive into the child F case, which I did yesterday. The reason I find it necessary to be doing this now is that I suspected it was probably going to be quite a long one, that yesterday's video, but I just didn't think it was going to go as long as 81 minutes. The fact that it's gone to that kind of length means that I have to recognize that, unfortunately, it means that there are lots of people out there who just will not engage with it just because of that prohibitive length. That, bearing in mind that the primary purpose of all this is to make as many people as possible aware of just how wrongful the whole prosecution against Miss Letby was, then it's a no-brainer to try to get something else out there which might convey some of the sense, some of the thrust of that deep dive into child F yesterday, convey some of the sense of that to these people who otherwise who just wouldn't be motivated to look at it. Hence this attempt to do a more accessible, much shorter version, obviously without the full facts and much more superficial, but people might look at it. So it seems to me that saying a few words about Operation Hummingbird, certainly that first 9 months of the investigation's existence, might convey the issues which the deep dive obviously conveyed in much greater detail and in with much more clarity. So, Operation Hummingbird then. What we got? We've got a police investigation starting in May of 2017. More than 6 months later, in early 2018, February to be precise, this investigation finally makes a breakthrough. We've had 9 months of a whole team of police officers, and also from the July of 2017, their own team of medical experts going through all the historical clinical information relevant to the neonates who had died or had catastrophic collapses during the relevant period, pretty much 2015 to summer 2015 to summer 2016, going through all that information, all the medical data, and finding nothing at all of a suspicious nature. So that's where we are in February of 2018. But lo and behold, that big breakthrough is fed to the police investigation team by Dr. Breary. Dr. Breary, a man who, in light of his removal of Miss Letby from the neonatal unit and subsequent humiliation by her in the grievance she took out in response to that removal, amounted to an interested party. That manifestly didn't bother the police, though. They just allowed him to lead them by the nose, effectively, which is what he did. To give an example, there's a condition called congenital hyperinsulinism, a recognized condition in neonates. In a case such as in a case where you have a neonate with an abnormally high insulin level, it really should be the possibility that this condition is in effect should really be the first port of call. It should be the first thing people should have been thinking about, because more often than not, it's going to be the explanation. But in this particular case, it's not considered at all. We know it's not considered because there's no documentation of it being considered and being disregarded because of other information showing that it isn't what is in effect in that particular case. Just wasn't brought into the picture. The reason why it wasn't brought into the picture is that all that matters to the Operation Hummingbird team, Operation Hummingbird even team, is the fictitious smoking gun of a possible suspicious event, in this case, in the Child F case, and what they convinced themselves with the help of Dr. Brewer is an attempted murder event. So all they're interested in is that smoking gun, which then supports a scavenger hunt through all the medical books to find other plausible ways that the attempted murderer of Child F could have tried to murder other neonates and obviously murder some of them in a way that was not detectable. So basically, no attempted insulin murder of Child F equals no other murders or attempted murders. This is the gateway to the whole 22 case prosecution, the whole 22 charge prosecution. So just to break down Operation Hummingbird in numbers, you've got 60 detectives assigned to a case, to the investigation, 5,500 witness statements taken, 32,000 pages of exhibits gathered over the 3.5 years of the investigation, and not a single piece of hard evidence, not one piece of hard evidence produced. Just think about it. So, as I said, that's what I wanted to say today. I hope that gives you, I hope some of you can take something from that. And if it motivates some of you to actually have a look at that deep dive, the video I did yesterday, the deep dive into the Child F case, then that's all the better. But in any case, thank you for your time and thanks for watching, and all the best.